So the Cincinnati Bengals right now have the last spot for the wild card in the AFC. You can never count this team out. I'm not saying they're going to make a deep playoff run, but Jake Browning is in a great situation with the Cincinnati Bengals. They just beat the Indianapolis Colts 34-14, and last week they just beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in overtime in a very good win. I want to talk about their defense first. Their defense has been very up and down this season. Their secondary hasn't been that good this season, but their front seven is very good. I love Logan Wilson at the linebacker spot. He's a very good tackling linebacker for this team. And you look at their front seven as a whole, that's the strength of this defense. When guys like DJ Reader can go out there, get a lot of pressure up the middle. Sam Hubbard, who's been a phenomenal pass rusher with this team this season, and Trey Henderson, who has been a very good pass rusher with this team since he signed with this team a couple years ago in free agency. When they can go and get the quarterback, and when the defense on the back end doesn't have to hold up as much, you're in a very good situation. But it always comes down to, can those guys get enough pressure up front, and can those rotational guys come in and give some relief to those guys like Trey Henderson and Sam Hubbard. But their defense on the back end is still a major issue to me. They just can't hold up for long amounts of time. Their pass rush is going to have to get home, but their offense can lead the way. Jake Browning is a very good option for this team. I'm not calling him Joe Burrow, but he's made a lot of good throws over the last couple of weeks, and he has proven that he can carry the offense on his back at times. He was 18-24 against the Indianapolis Colts, 275 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 interception was not his fault. The tight end basically slipped, and the safety came out of nowhere and intercepted the ball and went for 6. So you look at the defense today, they were lights out. They only allowed 1 touchdown to the Indianapolis Colts offense, and that's very good to see. The run game was also better in this game as well. Over this entire season, the run game has been the one weak spot with this team offensively. Joe Mixon has 79 rushing yards and 1 touchdown, and they basically just started running the football over and over again when A.J. McCarron came into the game, and they just threw a screen pass as well. And that's one thing to take note of. Zach Taylor did not have that much confidence in Jake Browning early on. You look at what happened in the Steelers game, and he was not horrible in that game. He made some good throws, so they're being very conservative. You look at what happened against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the first quarter. They're being very conservative. They had a lot of throws behind the line of scrimmage or near the line of scrimmage. Then in the second quarter, they tweaked the playbook. They went out there and they let him take more deep shots down the field to guys like Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins. And this is the one thing right here. He's in a great situation because T. Higgins on most NFL teams, he's the #1 wide receiver. Jamar Chase is one of the best wide receivers in the game. So he has good weapons around him. The offensive line to me is still an issue at times, but more times than not this season, they have been okay. I look at what's going on right now with Jake Browning. He has decent mobility to get inside and outside the pocket. He had a rushing touchdown, not only against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but also against the Indianapolis Colts as well, so he can get out of a jam. He can also throw on the run as well. Like I said before, I'm not calling him Joe Burrow, but if he can continue to play at this level and they can continue to count on him to make the right decisions and can make those tight window throws that he's making right now, and they can lean on their playmakers, this team could definitely make the playoffs. If their front seven can continue to get home, which they have been doing the last couple of years. I understand each year is different, but up to this point this season, their secondary has been compromised when their front seven is not able to get home. When it can get home, their entire defense is a complete shift. So I think the Cincinnati Bengals right now are in a good spot. If Zach Taylor can continue to call plays in the right direction and defensive coordinator Luke can continue to get the most out of these guys right now, this Bengals team will be a tough out in the playoffs, but I'm definitely proud to see how this team has bounced back in the last couple of weeks. It will be easy for this team to just roll over and say, you know what, we don't have Joe Burrow, let's just hone it in, let's just do the best that we can. Let's just call conservative plays. They're giving Jake Browning a chance to go out there, an undrafted free agent a couple years ago, and prove himself. And this is a great story to follow. But let me know in the comment section below, how do you feel about the Cincinnati Bengals, and can they make the NFL playoffs? And is Jake Browning a legitimate option for the Cincinnati Bengals, or is he just a fluke? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Have a blessed day, guys. Peace.